problem in Worcester. Some say the city's minority population is not receiving adequate care. Brianne Mallahan has the story.
Robert Anderson was born and raised in Worcester's Plumley Village. He lives in Leicester now, but stays close to his roots, speaking out against racial health care disparities in Worcester.
If you live in the streets and you look at the conditions, the stock market is at an all-time high. So what does that tell you? Where there's no jobs, there's no access to health care, education is on the decline, but yet the rich are getting richer. The stock market is almost at 14,000. That's telling me that things are not right with society.
Anderson met with dozens of local healthcare officials and community activists Friday to discuss the issue. It's something Anderson says he's experienced firsthand.
A lot of people have tuned out of society, and their whole thing is about a day-to-day existence, about getting up in the morning and how am I going to eat, how am I going to pay my bill. And in a lot of instances, healthcare is probably the last thing that they worry about because they don't have money to eat.
The goal of Friday's discussion was to talk about tools available to reduce disparities through community participation.
There's health disparities with chronic illness. Hispanics have a higher rate of asthma than any other group. Blacks have a higher rate of hypertension and cardiovascular disease than other groups, and diabetes. So those are the chronic illness pieces, but then there's also, lack of transportation to medical appointments. There's also housing issues, lead poisoning, mold.
Gwendolyn Rodriguez works with Healthcare for All, an advocacy organization based out of Boston. Rodriguez says socioeconomic status, racism, and lack of access to care all contribute to the root of the problem, and it's time for change.
Through collaboration and partnership, we can get to resurface these root causes in order to be able to deal with them, not at a Band-Aid level, but at a very fundamental level that will create sustainable change.